I was able to generate $150,000 in sales in a single day for one of the e-commerce businesses that I work with. Now, the reason why this business stands out compared to all the others that I work with is because I was able to help them do it in a completely different way than most e-commerce businesses are used to. And so with that said, let's get right into it. So here we are inside of the live Shopify dashboard. As you can see, November 29th, Black Friday of this year, we were able to generate just shy of $150,000 in sales for this business. Now, of course, it's Black Friday, so it's expected that the performance was going to be good. It is for most e-commerce businesses. However, the reason why we were able to get these kind of results is because of the paid search infrastructure that we built. And I'm going to cover that in just a second. But before I do, just as a reference, if we look back at last year's performance, right, during the same day, Black Friday, you can see that they only generated $40,000 in sales, right? And so fast forward to this year, we started working with this business just before Black Friday, like literally in October. So we didn't even have much time to get everything ready. And so we had to kind of hit the ground running and work as fast as we could. But we were able to basically come in and completely revamp everything. And I'm going to show some proof and some examples of what we did. And basically almost 3x their sales year over year. What stands out about this business is that we were able to help them get these kind of results only using Google Ads. As you can see, the total sales by refer, most of the sales came from Google Ads. Yeah, there were some sales that came from other channels like $8,000 here and $700 from Facebook, but very rarely do you ever see a business that generates majority of their sales from Google Ads. Now, this is not 100% intentional. I am a true believer that businesses should be maximizing all sales channels. It just happened to be that we didn't have time to kind of come in and help with any other channel. And so we had to kind of come in and really focus on the channel that we believe they could get the most results from, which were Google Ads. And to be fair, they did have history within their Google Ads and they had ran Google Ads last year. And so we knew that we could confidently get them results this time around, especially if we restructured their entire account. Looking at their Google Ads account last year, this is what the account looked like, right? If we go and we look at specifically last year, so let's go previous year, November, and we'll go and look at Black Friday of last year, right? So you can see here a full breakdown of everything. They spent $9,000 on ads, they generated $23,000, and they had a 2.5x return on ad spend. They had all their products within 2 campaigns. This is an apparel business that has 20,000 plus products, and they basically had all their products broken down within these 4 campaigns. And this is how they generated the results for the performance that they got last year, right? And so us coming in and us seeing that account structure led to this kind of performance, we felt pretty confident in terms of what we could do this time around going into Black Friday. And so what we did is, I've shared this multiple times, right? We have a full funnel infrastructure that we build for every e-commerce business that we work with. And this is an outline of what it looks like. Now, for every single business, it does have its own specific needs that we do tailor to. For businesses that have large product counts, like this business that has 20,000 plus products, it looks a little bit different. But the main difference is that instead of only having like one of these campaigns, we have specific campaigns for each of their product categories and sometimes even some of their subcategories. Their account, what it looks like now is just a more amplified version of this, where we just have more campaigns because we like to have everything segmented as much as we can to have full control. And the reason why is because out of all 20,000 products that they sell, majority of the sales come from different variations of their products, right? They don't all come from the same place. And so because of that, we like to fully segment the entire account so we can have full control over where all the budget goes. A combination of having this infrastructure in place, as well as then going through and refining specifically for Black Friday and Cyber Monday and making sure that we have all the assets that we need and going through this entire preparation process to get us in shape for Black Friday, Cyber Monday, we were able to then completely transform their account. And again, I'm not just coming on here and just to say like, this is a full reference of what their account looks like now. We went from having here, they have a total of 4 campaigns that generated all their costs to now, to get these kind of results, we have a total of 32 campaigns that we have enabled in this account following the exact structure that I just shared. And with this new infrastructure, we were able to increase spend year over year. So we went from spending, again, what did we spend here? We spent $10,000 on ads here to now fast forward to spending $26,000 on ads. So we basically increased spend by $17,000 year over year. With the increased spend, we had 700 conversions. So we had 540 more conversions this year. Looking at the total sales generated, we had $112,000 in sales generated from Google Ads. We increased sales $88,000 year over year. And then looking at the ROAS, we went from a 2.4 ROAS to a 4.21 ROAS. So we literally increased how much we spent year over year. We increased the amount of conversions. We increased the amount of sales that we generated. And we also increased the overall profitability and the return on ad spend that we got this business. This is why I'm recording this video. This is not what you usually see. For almost every business, you never see that when you increase spend this aggressively year over year. This is more than a 2x increase in ad spend. You almost never see a direct correlation with increased profitability. It's almost like, you'll increase spend and you'll either maintain the same levels of profitability or your profitability goes down. But very rarely do you hear of businesses that increase spend this aggressively and see a sustained level of profitability. And so I wanted to take the time to obviously show you guys like a full breakdown of like all of the results and like everything that was done to show like what's really possible when it comes to having a paid search infrastructure, right? This is something that I've covered a couple different times, but I wanted to share with you guys because I personally believe that every single business that takes the time to build out a paid search infrastructure like this can get these kind of results. Now, of course, every single business is different. Every single business varies in terms of like the performance that they can get from Google Ads and paid search. But from my experience, most e-commerce businesses are only taking advantage of some of the opportunities across Google Ads. Very rarely do I see businesses that are taking advantage of like all of the opportunities across Google Ads. And so if you're an e-commerce business and you're looking to get help with your Google Ads, down below this video in the description, there's going to be a link where you can actually book in a call with me and my team. On that call, we can get to know more about you and your business. And then from there, we can put together an action plan going over how we can help. I personally believe that if you're not leveraging Google Ads to its full extent, which most businesses aren't, you are missing out on a lot of opportunity. As you saw, this business was able to generate majority of their sales from Google Ads. Again, this was not intentional. This was just how things happen to be. But if you think about now, the fact that we have this business generating majority of their sales from Google Ads and they're in really good shape, when they go and add in paid social ads on Meta, paid social ads on TikTok and any other channels, we're not going to be able to drastically increase the overall sales for this business, right? Because we're going to be adding in these additional channels. But it's very important to figure out how you can take advantage of other channels that are out there, because most of the time we get the chance to meet a lot of different e-commerce businesses. And when we come in, most of the time they are not leveraging this kind of infrastructure within their business. And they almost never have like a process that they're going through to get them ready for their Black Friday and Cyber Monday promotions. During these peak periods, this is when most e-commerce businesses generate majority of their sales. So it's very important to, one, have a full funnel infrastructure like this in place so you can fully take advantage of all the opportunities across Google Ads. If we did not have this infrastructure in place, we would have not been able to generate these kind of results for this business, and we would have actually missed out on all this performance. And same thing, if we did not take the time to prepare in advance, making sure that we took the time to look at what performed well last year, what didn't, and then leverage these insights of what worked well and what didn't last year, and then plan accordingly for this year, we wouldn't have been able to get these kind of results. Because before we even got started with this e-commerce business, one of the first things that we did is we took the time to do a full analysis on what worked last year, but also how can we find additional opportunities. And this is how we were able to outline the initial game plan for this business in the first place, right? We didn't just come in and guess on what we thought was going to work. We basically took a strategic approach and leveraged all the insights that they had from the previous year. And then from there, we put together an action plan for this year. And what we also did is we obviously took the time to build out a specific plan for this business and the products that they offered, but also to maximize their peak day promotions, right? Right now, I'm mainly discussing Black Friday, but we basically made sure that we had efforts across the board to maximize their Black Friday sale, Cyber Monday, and their holiday sale. And then we also are closing out with their New Year's sale. And so doing this is very important. I see that a lot of businesses, they kind of go into these peak periods and they don't really have a plan in place. I just want to showcase that there is value in taking the time to build out an actual outline of what's going to be done during these peak periods. And if you do so, these are the kind of results you can get. We obviously took the time to prepare everything that we needed to get ready for this business. And, after we prepared everything and we shared the outline, we then went on to the development phase and building out all these campaigns, right? Making sure that we had our remarketing audiences, our Black Friday, Cyber Monday campaigns, our promotion extensions, our site links, and more. These are some of the main kind of campaigns that we focused on. So we specific Black Friday, Cyber Monday search campaigns, PMAX campaigns, display, and YouTube. And of course, shopping. I didn't include shopping here, but majority of the performance for this business and for most businesses when it comes to Google Ads is between search and shopping. And so this is what we focused majority of the budget. But of course, we had other campaigns that we were running as well. And so again, this is the full outline that we like to use for all the e-commerce businesses that we work with. To take it one step above, what we like to do is have specific campaigns for different product types or different product categories. And then for peak periods, what we like to do is follow an outline that looks like this, where we take the time to look at previous year's performance if we have it to work with. Obviously, not every single business has year-over-year performance. So if you don't, then obviously there's not much that you can do on that front. But if you do, taking the time to look at year-over-year performance, look at what worked, what didn't, plan accordingly, and then creating an action plan based on previous year's performance for this upcoming year. Yeah, I wanted to take the time to really just do a full breakdown on exactly what we did, because I believe that for those of you guys that are out there that are running an e-commerce business, if you're not fully taking advantage of Google Ads to its full potential like this, then I would recommend that you look further into what you're currently doing, and you partner with somebody that can help you fully take advantage of your ads across Google. That's pretty much it for this video. I wanted to do a follow-up on one of the previous videos that I made going over this Black Friday, Cyber Monday prep in detail, right? I wanted to showcase that a lot of the things that I'm sharing with you guys here on my video, I shared this video before Black Friday so that you guys had an action plan to actually go based off of. And now I'm sharing a video post Black Friday to show what can happen, what kind of results you can get from following, what I'm sharing in these videos. I'm not just here sharing like some theory or some concept. I'm actually sharing exactly what we're doing, what's working, what's not. And I'm actually showing you guys also the results behind this. And so with that said, if you're an e-commerce business and you're looking to get help with your Google Ads, down below this video in the description, there's going to be a link where you can actually book in a call with me and my team. On that call, we'll review your business. We'll put together an audit going over what we think we can do to improve your current Google Ads account. If you have never ran Google Ads in the past, then we'll put together a brand new action plan going over exactly what we think you can do when it comes to Google Ads. And so, yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. If you guys enjoyed, as always, I would appreciate it if you dropped a like on the video. If you guys have any questions about anything that I covered in this video, drop it down in the comments below. And of course, if you want to see more content like this, make sure you subscribe to the channel. And with that said, I'll see you guys in the next one.